adding and subtracting unlike denominators. What we've done so far is we have added denominators that are the same, thirds and thirds. Add the numerator 2, denominator stays the same, 2/3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add fractions with unlike denominators. The denominators are not the same. So what we need to do is find basically least common multiples. So what we would do is 3, 6, 9, 12, and then here this is 6, 12. Okay, so the least common that they have is 6. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change the fraction, make an equivalent fraction by changing it so that the denominators are the same. So since we're going with 6, this stays the same. 1/6 does not change. Stays the same. But we need to make this into a 6. So we do that by multiplying by 2. And whenever we do the top or the bottom, we have to do the top as well. So this is going to become 2/6. And now we have common denominators. They are like denominators of the same number. They're in 6s. And now we just add. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Denominators stay the same. Answer. So what we're doing is this. We are taking two fractions, and it could be 3 or 4 or 5. We're adding them together. But in order to add them together, we have to make sure that the denominator is the same. In order to make sure the denominators are the same, we have to find the least common multiple between all the denominators. And by doing that, you're just creating equivalent fractions. So let's do something. We have 5/8 here and 1/2. Well, I know 2 can go into 8. Or I can multiply 2 to get 8. So 5/8 is going to stay the same. Then I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to change this fraction into 8ths. And it'd be 2 times 4. So 4 times 1. So this times 4, and this times 4. 4/8. And now I just subtract. 5 minus 4, 1. Denominators stay the same. 1/8. One more time. I know by looking at these denominators that 2 can be multiplied by 4 to equal 8. Therefore, 5/8 is going to stay the same. I'm not going to change it. Now what I'm going to do is make an equivalent fraction here into 8ths. So 1/2 into 8ths would be 4/8, because that would be 1/2 of if it was divided into 8 pieces. So I multiply by 4 top and bottom, numerator by denominator, I get 4/8. Now I subtract because I have common denominators. Next one. This time, these don't have, 2 can't go into 3 and 3 doesn't go into 2. So now I got to think about it. 2, 4, 6, and then 3 and 6. So 6 is going to be my common denominator. Now I have to change these by making equivalent fractions. So 1/2, I'm going to multiply 2 times 3 to get 6. And whatever I do the denominator, I do the numerator as well. So we're going to have 3, 6, plus 3 times 2, and 1 times 2. So 2, 6 equals 3 plus 2 is 5. Denominator stays the same. Okay, I found a least common multiple. I make equivalent fractions by turning them into sixths, and then I add. Next one here. Tenths and fifths, obviously this is going to be multiplied by 2 to give me tenths. So 4 times 2 equals 8. 5 times 2 equals 10. And then the 3/10 stays the same because it's already in tenths. Now I subtract. 8 minus 3, 5. Denominator stays the same. So what you're doing is you're making equivalent fractions that have the same denominator, and then you're subtracting or adding them and getting an answer. Now, these can all, well, this can't be simplified, this can be simplified. I can simplify this by dividing by 5 and turning it into 1/2. So, simplify them if you can. And that's it. Questions? Write them down, and I will help you in class.